Hello, students. I hope you are doing well. So, let's recall what we had discussed in the last class. Do you remember? Yes, we had discussed about the issues of northeast states of India, right? And today we will move forward to Naxalism. Here we will see the background of Naxalite movement. Who are the Naxalites? You can observe in this picture, okay? There is one village in West Bengal named Naxalbari in Darjeeling district. From there, this Naxalite movement started. Let's see what was the reason for the start of Naxalite movement. Student, you must be knowing that there are landless laborers in India who don't own their own land. So, what they do? They work in others' land. There are zamindars who are exploiting these people, not giving them proper wages, and all so on. Okay, so from colonial time, this problem is existing in India. There were some people who were fighting this government, so these people came together and found an organization and started a movement called as Naxalite movement. Why so? That they what they did? Everyone should why they did this? Because everyone should get equal status and everyone should get equal land, even the poor people. This movement was good, means their intention was good, but it took a violent step. How, students? Because they used guns, started firing and fighting with the government. They used to attack the paramilitary forces, police. They used to take wrong steps to fulfill their demands. So, they were running the parallel government, means they were not following Indian government. Why? Because they wanted a separate country, separate government. Understood? Student, this is the background of the Naxalite movement. Now let's see what is given in the textbook. So students, open page number 12 of your history textbook, Naxalism, first paragraph. Okay? Here I will explain you in short. The paragraph is in front of you. Just observe it what it is given. Fine. The fight which happened in Naxalbari. The people of Naxalbari killed the zamindars and took the land by them and distributed the land to the poor laborers and declared free territory in 1967. So what happened because of this? This was a big problem, and the problem of exploitation was faced in the whole country and by everyone, and therefore this movement is called as Naxalite movement. Students, we will move towards the second paragraph. Okay, now here in this paragraph what they have given, that the movement, okay, the movement had the objectives of its own. What was the objectives? That to raise a voice against the exploitation of the farmers by the landlords and confiscate the land of the landlords and distribute it among the tenants. Now here what does it means? That exploitation was done. Okay, so because of that, what happened? The landlords, okay, the landlords and confiscate the land of the landlords. Confiscate means what? Capture the land. And what they did, they captured the land and that they distributed among the landless laborers. Okay, next what is given, let's see. Later, the movement strayed away from its objectives. It took recourse to terrorism to prevent any government schemes and welfare policies from reaching the common people. The Naxalites started a parallel system by rejecting the democratic system. This made Naxalism a serious challenge to India's internal security. Now, children, because of this movement, what happened? There was an objective, right? So, because of this, what happened? They started to take violent measures. Okay, terrorism means what? They started to take violent measures, that how they will try to capture from them. So they started to do all these activities which I told you, that they started with a parallel system. Okay, and they rejected the democratic system which I had in the background also I had explained you before, right? And this was a great challenge to India and the Indian government. This is the last paragraph of Naxalism and Naxalite movement. Here students, this movement was located in West Bengal. Understood? And then this movement spread to the East Godavari in Andhra Pradesh, parts of Visakhapatnam, Karimnagar in Telangana, Adilabad, Bastar. Bastar is in Chhattisgarh, Ranjangaon and Sukma in Chhattisgarh, Gadchiroli, Bhandara. Gadchiroli is in Maharashtra, Bhandara and parts of Chandrapur in Maharashtra, Balaghat and Mandala in Madhya Pradesh, and Koraput in Odisha. Now students, you have seen over here that these are all majorly, all these things are these areas which they have mentioned here, they are all of tribal people. Okay, so the Naxalite movement is very strong in this over here, means in this area. Okay, now we'll move forward. In order to maintain their influence, the Naxalites established an organization called People's Liberalization Guerrilla Army, PLGA. This conflict is still going on. So students, in the picture, in the presentation I have displayed, see, PLGA. This is a logo of that organization. Okay, this is what it is, a logo. Here students, they had took many efforts. It had been taken by the people, and they were Indian people. They did not get success over what they did. Understood? And the same thing they did in the parts of India. There were people challenging our government. So students, I hope so you have understood till here. We had completed with Naxalite movement, and in the next class we will start with communalism. Okay, solve the assignments given below. Thank you.